Yeah, I know it's been a few weeks, but trust me, it will be worth it. I had to do some special shooting for this episode, and it took me a while to actually find the chance to do it. You know, between my real life job and the weather has been rainy, and I got a new Nintendo Switch. Maybe that's probably more to blame for this than anything else. So it's time to relax with a bit. What the hell? Give ourselves a hand. I'm DJ Particle. This is MSTie Review. Now, to start off this episode, Joel has been in space for a long, long time, and he just wants to go home. Please heed his plea.
People of Earth, my name is Joel, and I'm marooned in outer space.
Commercial sign in 15 seconds.
I'm the subject of a bizarre movie-watching experiment, and now I guess so are you. You know, one of the really hard things about being marooned in outer space is you start to miss the little things that you have every day on Earth, you know, like rain and snow and mini marshmallows. You know, that's why these vacuum flowers are important to me. They're like the only living... Oh, I'm being called by my two evil overlords.
And the invention exchange this time, a little light. I mean, Joel has a new way to make sure there's safety in the workplace, and Forrester and Erhardt decide to become Mr. Fantastic.
Looks like an ordinary circular saw, but it's actually a safety saw. See, it's got a little infrared light that senses when your appendages or fingers are near. It shuts itself off automatically. I'll show you what I mean. Oh! I'm just kidding. It's a trick.
Say you want to emulate Reed Richards from the Fantastic Four and you need a longer arm to reach something or change the channel, just use our limb lengthener here.
Yes, just select the appropriate limb. In this case, Larry's volunteered his arm. Comfy?
Nah.
Yes, all right, and just stretch away.
Oh!
Oh, it doesn't hurt that much, you whiny baby. Well, speaking of violations, here's a little cinematic intrusion called the crawling hand.
Yes, so we get no short this time. No short, because the movie in this episode is The Crawling Hand. And believe it or not, this was one of the first episodes to be released on home video, and it did get a DVD release as well. And what was unprecedented is this was released to home video at around the same time that Best Brains was trying to downplay season 1, but, well, Rhino had the rights to The Crawling Hand, so they figured, well, release the MST3K version. And as far as an MST3K episode, The Crawling Hand, it's a classic. It was a classic of season 1, it's a classic of the entire series.
Do you read me? Do you read me?
Like a book.
I hate cappuccino.
1 minute, 30 seconds. 8.
The remaining 4
7 seconds till he slaps table.
5.
Do it without me.
4, 3, 2, 1.
0. Oxygen. Depleted.
Slap table. Thank you.
See, mess with this switch, twist that, flip this. Oh, someone's coming. Good luck with that. Look, it's Tammy Faye Baker.
Push the red.
Must push button.
Push that.
Push that and he's an astronaut. And then the tape ran out.
A substitute for oxygen?
New oxygen light.
I don't know, Steve. No dancing. No dancing, not allowed.
What a grouch. Just like Footloose.
No rats, not allowed.
Unless they're on the menu. No acting, not allowed.
But how did you hook him?
Rubber frog and pork rind.
Tried.
Come on, Bub. You can't let fear run your life.
Yeah, Pops.
Eat, drink, and be merry.
Get over it.
Yeah, take a lesson from these teeners. Twist your troubles away. Hey, is this from here to eternity?
No, it just seems like an eternity.
What does it mean I'm stacked and you're not with it?
Stacked?
Stacked means you're really smart.
So I can marry you, stupid.
Marry me!
I'll marry you stupid smart anyway. Hi, I'm Tom Servo.
I've got to have that hand. Can't eat, can't sleep. All I do is think about it.
If you want to catch a human hand, you gotta think like a human hand. I recognize him. He used to be with Death Leopard. Hey, what's that stuff?
It's the nighttime coughing, aching, sneezing, stuffy head fever, so you're being chased by a human hand medicine.
No, I think she's doing Mrs. Captain Kirk.
Got to find push button.
Must lay down. Must perform death scene. Skipper! Where's the little body, little buddy?
Play-Doh face, Play-Doh face. You know, it doesn't get any better than this. You spent a hard day loading bodies, and you got one more than you bargained for. It's Miller time.
Behringer speaking.
Hello there, are you wearing rubber underwear?
Good morning, Mr. Phelps.
He's doing his Pete Townsend impression. There it is. People try to put us down.
It's a close and play phonograph.
It's from a place called Uncharted Desert Isle. Huh.
Dear Skipper, why haven't you sent help? Signed, the Castaways.
Well, what's the use? We can't buck them, not yet.
What?
They also want to have us put a guard on the house.
Oh, that's not so bad. I don't really have acne anyway. I can go to that dance. It's not a pimple, it's my nose.
Look, Steve.
Huh? Incoming duck!
And what is that, ice cream place or
Coffee house, I think.
Bagel shop.
pizza place?
No, it's a mortuary.
It's a mortuary.
Silly
Why didn't
us.
they say?
What's the crawling bladder?
We can only turn on a light.
No zombies, not allowed. No zombies.
Murder's the word, word. Murder's the word.
Could I talk to you for a minute?
Yes, of course. Come inside.
It's about your stairs. There are none.
He's the least successful strangler in the movies. He runs around the countryside giving people Dutch rubs.
Paul!
George? John? Ringo? Who am I kidding? They'll never get back together again.
Night.
What Adam 12, see the appendage, corner of Drugster and Main. Be advised, he's armed and dangerous.
See, now that's the kind of thing I'm talking about. You can tell it's a low-budget movie because they can't wreck the cars, see? Cats can't resist the cosmic treat.
They're eating right out of his hand.
The beefy, moist meal in a sleeve.
Not a trace, not a solitary trace.
Must be a talent meter.
Now for the host segments, Joel and the bots do decide to rehash one other KTMA segment in which, Joel just wants to play and the bots don't think he plays fair. But as for the rest of it, well, they do tie into the movie. The bots ask, exactly what can a hand do? And through the inspiration of William Shatner, we do kind of also find out exactly what a hand can do.
Oh, hands so young looking. Mrs. Berg, I thought you were dead.
Throat scratchy. Hand so dry can scratch name into it.
Embarrassing cuticles on fingernails. Must utilize emotional memory and get
Listen, Cyril, stop it.
Stop?
No,
That was my big scene, Joel.
Yeah, we were just getting into it.
This just isn't working. I don't know how Shatner does it week after week.
What's the worst thing he's gonna do to you anyway? Pinch you?
Yeah, and how does he know how to go after you? He's got no brain and no leverage.
Paul, there's a lot of things a hand can do if you stop to think about it. Like if you're sleeping, comes up with these two fingers, shoves them up your nose, you suffocate. Stone dead.
I hardly think that's possible. impossible.
Or
Joel.
he could use this finger and come up behind somebody and tap them, whiplash, dead.
Oh, yeah, right, I'd bet.
Well, and who knows what else? It's like he could do this thing, like that. You look down till you're bored to death or something like that.
Yeah, right, Joel. Tell me about it.
Tickle you to death? Sure, but scary? Ha! Yeah, I knew a hand with calluses the size of a football, but it didn't scare me in the least. Joel, remember that, Joel? Joel. Ah! Oh, Joel, it was horrible. There's this big hand chasing me.
Do you understand it, Marta?
We got
we
him.
were teasing you. That was Gypsy in a giant hand costume.
Now, to close out this episode, it's not just the usual good thing and bad thing about the movie for a ram chip, but this episode is also significant in that it's the first national viewer mail segment. And therefore, it's also the first national mention of the Mystery Science Theater 3000 Information Club.
Well, let's see. The good thing was those cats showed us a new definition for finger food. Finger.
And the bad
Get it?
yeah. And the bad thing?
Bad thing was, well, never trust a delivery man.
Right, okay, here's your ram chip. There you go. All right. Now, Tom Servo?
Okay, the good thing was there was a Swedish babe in the film who didn't get killed.
Yeah, and the bad thing?
She didn't spend the time on her makeup that it deserved as the film went on.
Okay, here's your ram chip, pal. But anyway, this one's from Ricky Fowles, and he says he wrote some letters, and this one's to you, Crow.
Oh, hey,
He
thanks,
goes,
Ricky.
Dear Crow, I really like you. I laugh when you make a joke. So that's a good thing, right?
Have I made one yet?
Yeah, and I hope I can see you someday. All right?
Take a look, kid.
Yeah, and Joel, someday I would like you to take apart Servo.
Oh, hey!
Yeah.
Hey, can I help?
And I like Gypsy because he looks cool. Gypsy's a she, by the way. And that's from Ricky Fowles, and he also did some drawings. We got those in Still Store, don't we, Cambot? Okay, let's take a look at that. We got one of Crow, and then it says, look on back, and you turn it around, and we got a Tom Servo there.
Hey,
see, isn't that
nice.
neat? And then on the next one, it says Gypsy. It's like this, and then it says look on back, and it's got Joel right there. And see, I got a little light bulb above my head because I had a bright
Perfect,
idea.
too.
Now, exactly what is that address?
All right, send your letters to the Mystery Science Theater Fan Club, P.O. Box 5325, Hopkins, Minnesota 55343.
A post office box. I think we can track that down. Also, here we are, Hopkins, Minnesota Post Office. This, over there, was where Mystery Science Theater 3000 got their mail from. Let's go inside and see if we can find the box. Well, there it is. The infamous box 5325. The address of the old Mystery Science Theater 3000 Info Club. Now, as you might have guessed, not a lot actually happened here, except maybe one of the gophers just, going to get the mail. Which then begs the question, exactly where did the magic happen? Well, this was where the magic happened. Yeah, it's looking kind of empty now, but this is the former home of Best Brains Incorporated, the original makers of Mystery Science Theater 3000. And that was what they renamed Hairbrain to. They renamed it Best Brains. And yes, this was along 76th Street in Eden Prairie, Minnesota. And very out of the way. And as you can see from the surroundings, it's just your typical office park. Not some place where you would find a major television production studio, but Mystery Science Theater was never a major television show. Well, maybe to us Misties it was. But yeah, it was just a little show, just needed a little studio, and I think the last time I was here I was actually here for the studio tour. But enough about that. Let's get back to the review. So yeah, a lot has changed over the years, but Mystery Science Theater has persevered even when the reruns went off the air in 2004. People still love and remember the show, and new people were first discovering this show. So, well, yeah, this show's longevity is it's a testament. It really is. But now, as far as this particular episode goes, 0106, The Crawling Hand, and like I said, hit this one. It's a Mystery Science Theater classic. It's not just a classic of season 1, it's a classic of the entire series. Give this one a watch. There's a reason this was the first season 1 episode to be released on home video. Now, as for the next episode, it's another classic from season 1, and we also get back to the shorts. We learn the secret of the Roman next time. Until then, I'm DJ Particle. I am signing off. Poom.